Good morning, customers. Just wanted to do a quick video today. As of late, we've just been working a lot of hours, and easy to get my emotions riled up on certain subjects, especially when it comes to roofing, something that we're spending all those hours doing. And so just had a few feedback comments from just people in the community on these posts that we've done recently with this with this recent storm, and a lot of communication from agents, adjusters, customers, competitors, and just wanted to clarify on a few things in case there was other people thinking the same, and just gonna go from there. So backtrack on who I am. So my name is Ryan Melton, and I am originally from Quincy, Illinois. And at some point I moved away to Iowa for about 12 years with a different company. And my wife and I started our own companies a few years ago, 2020. And we were in Iowa. We were just happened to be there, and we started this company. And what we did was we, in that area, roofs did not get replaced at retail. It's all insurance. And as a roofing professional in that area, to earn customers, you needed to be very educated about what code compliance was in those areas. And then you had to share that education with your customers. And it was a specific process that you needed to follow in order to obtain as many customers as you could. Well, what I found was I was not very happy. We did a lot of large loss claims, and I wasn't very happy spending all of my time on the phone with insurance companies, and it continuing to be a constant battle on what is owed and how that pertains to this unique home. But what it did do, and I didn't realize it at the time, is it thoroughly educated me about how roof systems work, where maybe I thought that I knew before, but it really gave me a better understanding. And at some point I told my wife, I said, hey, what if we brand ourselves as a retail company and we earn business through just educating homeowners? Like, we make that our focus. We educate homeowners and about different roofing processes, and then they might potentially choose us as a contractor, but if they don't, they can choose another contractor better educated. And by doing so, it makes us more competitive. So let's say this isn't the case. There's a lot of reputable contractors out there, but let's say that we are the only contractor educating people, and we're installing it to a higher level. That's not the case. There's other people that are installing it higher or at a high level, but let's say that we are the only ones for now. Well, from an estimating standpoint, we're not going to be as competitive as the other people in terms of price. So, but if we can educate our homeowners to where they understand that they need these things that we're installing, or they need this craftsmanship, then it will force our competitors, because their customers are going to be asking about that, and it will change the industry through the markets we serve by education. And that's our mission. Right Rate Roofing's mission is to change the industry and the markets that we serve through education. So, and we'll do that by educating as many people as possible about roofing processes. And so when we started doing that up in Iowa, we started getting phone calls from back in this area of our hometown. The very first customer we had was my cousin, Josh, and he lives in Colchester. And after we helped him with his roof, we helped many other friends and family with their roofs. And I asked my wife, hey, I feel like we're really onto something with this educating thing, and we got a lot of people back home asking us to do projects down there. Would you like to move back? So we decided to move back to this area because we wanted to be back home. not because Iowa ran us out, as one person said. So we decided to move back home. We looked in the area. I was trying to look close to Quincy, obviously, because that's where I was born and raised. And when we were looking, there was like 6 houses on the market, and that was early last year, 2021. So it was the apex of the housing crisis, and it was at the interest rates were at their lowest point possible, and just before everything started rising, and it just there wasn't housing available. So we ended up looking on the Missouri side, and we found the home in New London, just off of New 79, past the Saverton turnoff, and that's where we decided to start operating our business. And we started with the same model that we had up in Iowa, that we were going to educate customers, and hopes that we can change the industry through that education. And so that's what we started to do. Well, when I first got to the area, I needed to familiarize myself with what the local codes were, get familiar again with all the other contractors in the area. And while, we are competitors, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of developing a relationship. I won't go into the competitors' names, but there's been a few different customers that we've just had phone conversations over and help each other out on different aspects, just to pick somebody's brain. And not from a competition standpoint, I'm not trying to figure out what they do so I can do it better, but just professional courtesy and having that kind of network in the area that you're working with. The only person that helps is the customer. So it's great for and you know who you are, for the competitors that we've had those conversations. I really enjoy that, and it makes me feel like we're all part of the same mission, trying to change the industry in the markets we serve, and it makes us more competitive as roofing contractors because we have those conversations. So hopefully those can continue. So with that, that said, I've had some negative conversations with competitors, and the negative conversations have to do with us seeing different videos that we do, and telling me that this code doesn't exist, or it's not enforced, and I'm like, well, all I did was read it. For Hannibal in particular, I just got on the website and read that that's what they enforce, and so I'm going to go with what I'm reading on a municipality's website over what somebody that seems to be emotionally charged on the phone suggests. So we install per manufacturer instruction, per code, and we try to educate people about those processes. So let's fast forward from last year to this storm. So right after the storm had happened, I had an adjuster on the phone who's a local adjuster, and I'm not going to go into his name or the insurance company he works for. And he told me that he's been an adjuster in this area for 15 years. Okay. And quote, I have never paid on ice and water or ventilation because it's not enforced in this area. Quote, 15 years, never paid because it's not enforced in this area. Fast forward another 3 weeks, we have letters from the building inspectors, which I shared on a post. That adjuster texted me this morning and said, hey, just so you know, not all policies have code upgrade. I understand that. The point of what we're trying to do is educate people about what roofing processes are, not necessarily about their policy. From a insurance standpoint, I feel like that's their job. They have a contract with their customer, and they need to educate their customer about what their policy covers and make sure that they're covered to the fullest extent that their policy allows. They're right, some policies don't cover that, but in that case, Right Rate Roofing is not going to bend our integrity to install to what the customer's policy covers. We're going to install per manufacturer instruction and per code. And what we're trying to do is we're just trying to educate people about everything. The more education and more knowledge people have, the better decisions that they can make, the better understanding they can have of a specific situation. So they're not taking snapshots of a certain a certain sentence or a certain video that Right Rate Roofing is putting out, that and then making and developing their own opinions. Sometimes opinions are correct, but oftentimes they get convoluted with what facts are. So we want to make sure that that we're just educating, and we're educating as much as we can. I need to be better educated. I'm not by any means saying that Right Rate Roofing knows it all. Nope. I like it when people give us feedback and we're able to discuss those things and try to move past that. So I see quite a few of you guys are watching, and I don't know, it says bring them onto the video, so maybe if you guys have some questions here, you can do that. But we'll
Call ended.
So, but if any of you guys are wanting to get on here and ask questions that are watching, you certainly can do that. But if there's things that you guys want us to talk about, you certainly can leave a comment, and we can try to answer those questions as well at a later date. But I just felt like it was a good time to do this video. We did one similar about who we were last year when we first came to the area, but I know that there's a lot of new faces. Most of the business that we've done in the past has been in Quincy because I'm originally from there. So I have a lot of friends and family and network on that side of the river. With this storm, we've created a lot of networks and relationships on this side of the river. So we hope to service the Hannibal community as good as we have, or better than we have in the Quincy community. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to educate people, and hopefully we can change the industry and the markets we serve through that education. So if you guys need anything, or you guys have a roof project that you guys would like us to look at, you can certainly reach us through the website and the link, or you can reach us at our office phone, which is 217-779-7663. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.